Hey there. Time to wake up. Don't be freaked out, okay? Everything's fine. Yeah, of course. Right. So, where do you think you are? Well, looks like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And not. Exactly. I couldn't have put it better myself. You're on the mission you were supposed to depart on, but circumstances have changed, and you're someone slightly different than you think you are. Huh. You look like me, and you seem to know me well. I feel like I'm looking into a distorted mirror. Is this some kind of metaphysical experience? On the contrary, it's all very physical. Really? Yeah, I'll explain everything, but first I need to go through some routine questions with you. You know who you are? Sound question. A lifetime isn't enough to find the answer. Look, it's not a test. Stating your name and role on this mission will be enough. Okay. In that case, my name is Jan Dolsky. I volunteered to join the crew as a physician. I passed all the tests. They told me my resume was adequate. So, what went wrong? Wrong? No, relax, man, everything's fine. The only reason you're here looking at a distorted image of yourself is that, well, I'm Jan Dolsky too, and I just created you as an alternative version of me with a different life, different skills. What? How's that supposed to be fine? Wait, does that mean yeah, you're my alter. But my life, I wanted to make amends. And you can still do that, believe me, plenty of good deeds to be done here. You don't understand. I need to fix things. Everything's connected. My scars, the blisters on my hands. Wow. They're so impeccable. And my tattoo, it's gone. What happened to me? Who am I? Calm down, please. I know this is a lot to process, but it might help you to know that you're not the first to be going through this. Talking to the others might help you understand it all better. Take your time. Try to settle in gradually. Read the mission logs. Mission logs? I'm not dead, right? This isn't it. No, man. Your life has just begun. Huh. The absurd man says yes, and his efforts will henceforth be unceasing. Come again? Oh, just, a quote that came to me from, never mind. Just get some rest. Hey, you wanted to talk?
Yeah, I wanted to thank you for getting me that exercise equipment again. You have no idea how it helped me to stay sane in here. But I was thinking, what if we built something everyone could benefit from?
Great. I was hoping you'd suggest upgrading the refinery so you can be more efficient there.
It's not just about work, Jan. I was thinking about something totally different. A whole new module where we could work out. Spend our free time in a healthy way instead of playing beer pong or watching TV.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying no.
But you're not saying yes?
I guess I'm saying maybe then.
You know me, glass half full. I can work very well with a maybe. Thanks. Hey, Red.
Okay, just lie still and think of something engaging.
When will you have the results?
Not before I finish scanning everybody. You're the first one, so after we finish, you can go to bed and come back in the morning. I should know more by then. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Something's gonna be wrong. I just know it. Hey, I found this thing that I took on the mission, and, I thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
Huh. I remember that mug.
Not bad for an amateur, right?
It's the imperfections that make it perfect. Thank you.
Hey, I found this thing that I took on the mission, and I thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
Huh. My old watch.
The award we got for civil bravery. It was nice that someone appreciated our sacrifice.
Civil bravery? Wait. That boy at the contest. Yeah. That's when I realized how good it feels to help somebody. Thank you.
Shortages are detected. This is too risky and
So, you have our results? Yes. It was a long night, but everyone got scanned. I've just finished running the results through our medical software. And, well, there's no easy way to put it. It's there. The mutated tissue. It's growing in our brains. What? You mean we all have it? No. Not all. Almost everyone is affected, but there's one exception. You, Jan. You're the only one that's clean. Holy shit. Yeah. You know what that means? That it's the cause of rubidium? Oh, I wouldn't go so far.
You were the only one who wasn't created with it, true. But there were so many other factors. The speed with which our brain tissue was forced to grow, external circumstances, like radiation, that could have disrupted the process somehow. There are two things we know for sure. One, creating any other alter will most probably result in the same condition, and two, if we don't find a cure, we will all die, just like the sheep. The whole crew, except for you. It's a matter of days. Look, man, I know you're not the emotional type, but is this the moment you want to talk about how you feel? I appreciate what you're trying to do here. Stop and think about it for a moment before we move on to try and find a solution. But what do you want me to say? If you look at it from a certain angle, death is a logical outcome of events. I suppose not knowing exactly what caused it bothers me more than not being immortal. The only thing I'm really scared of is the possibility that this mission will fail because I won't be around. So, how do we find a cure? Well, I don't know. Try as I might, this is where my expertise ends. Okay, don't worry. We'll think of something, right? We always do. I don't know, Jan. Maybe the people who told you to branch yourself will be able to help us. Maybe. I am still waiting on a call from Lucas about the coordinates. It's worrying he hasn't got in touch yet. Well, let's hope he does. In the meantime, the best we can do is focus on getting rid of that gravity distortion. Even if we can't make it to the end of the mission, at least we can clear the path for you. Okay, Matt. Thanks. Hey, man. How are you taking it? First Molly dying, and now your condition. It must be hard for you. How am I taking it? Well, I've been thinking. If Molly was the first one you created, and I was the second one, does that mean I'm next in line? Maybe it just means that you're my second best friend. Well, all right. After the sheep. What an honor, thanks. The irony is, I liked being around that creature. It kinda consoled me. Yeah, me too. I thought I was the only one who missed the poor beast. Did she remind you of Mom's dreams too? Yeah. She always wanted to move to the country and settle down on a farm. She wanted to raise sheep, remember? It only came back to me after Molly went. Yeah. True, I'd forgotten about that. Dad never took those dreams seriously. And neither did we. That's an understatement. We absolutely hated them. Her annoying love of nature. Every weekend she'd go, Jan, why don't we go for a walk? See how the park has changed since last week. Looking back, I wish I'd said yes more often. Yeah.
Our idea of a perfect day was to stay in our room all day and play games.
Luckily, she let it go eventually.
Oh no. Now, she gave up on us, but she never let go of her sanctuary.
Sanctuary? What do you mean?
In the park? The bench? Yeah. She couldn't have a house in the country, so she found herself a hideout in the city. Her favorite bench. She revealed her little secret to me years later. You're telling me she never took you there?
No.
No. Right. I guess that's because it was after Dad moved out. You were gone by that time.
You should take me there one day. When we get back, I'd love to see it.
Don't do that. I'm not a kid. I know I'm never coming back. All I can do is imagine I'm sitting there looking at freaking trees with her again. This place here makes you forget what trees even look like. And after she passed, I went to sit on that bench on my own. Every time I was down, I went there. It comforted me. I guess I could really use a place like that now. Another lovely day with a brain mutation. Would be nice to know there's a solution coming.
Are you settling in? You joined us at a difficult moment. Believe me, before I got here, I've seen some of the most unfriendly places to live on our home planet. Not much can put me off. Want to know what really impresses me? The variety of walks of life in this base, all belonging to one man. It's amazing how different we are. Yeah. Guess I got used to it by now. I don't think I ever will. I noticed something else, too. The others. They have a lot of common memories, many things that they can relate to, but me? I seem to be different. More different, I mean. I think it must be because I branched away at some much earlier point in time. I know the exact moment. Fight on the street on our way home from school. Some thugs robbing a teenager. So, that was it. Yeah. You went after them. I didn't. Wow. I acted on an impulse. You really think that such a small thing could have changed my life so completely? It was an act of courage. That's not a small thing. Courage? Huh. I don't think so. More like thoughtlessness. I never thought about what I'd do if I caught up with them. Fight them. Luckily for me, I never did. But I guess without it, I'd have never seen an alternative to living with Mom and Dad. I'd never meet Edgar. Edgar, retired doctor, my mentor. He worked down the streets of the slum district I ventured to, distributing food and medicine to the needy. Took me under his roof and taught me that however much you do for others, there's always room for you to become a better person. You just have to see it. Sounds like a wise man. No wonder you preferred hanging around with him than with Pops. It's not that simple, but yeah. He gave me a sense of direction. Living for others. Freeing yourself from material needs and desires. Free from desires? Does that mean you're some sort of monk? No, Jan. Far from it. In fact, I was just going to approach you about something very human. Go on. Well, you see, I look around and I see amazing people, us, a unique group of extraordinary individuals. But what are we mostly preoccupied with? Efficiency. Scurrying and hurrying to get things done, prosaic tasks, repetitive activities. Even if we entertain ourselves, it's for a purpose. We never pause because we're so afraid to die. But eventually, we will die anyway, right? You're right. No escaping it in the end. The only thing certain is the present moment, Jan. And I know one thing. We're not cherishing it enough. How can we cherish it? We can stop for a second and enjoy something special together. Let me prepare a feast for our group to feed not just the body, but the soul. Make everyone feel that even if their material life has to end, their existence will be timeless. A feast to celebrate our mortality, Jan. Let go of our fear. What do you say? Okay. And what would you need to prepare such a feast? Don't worry, not much. I'm used to running a mass kitchen with only the basic ingredients. But I like to experiment with some recipes first. So I guess I'd like to ask you for some time and a decent amount of fresh greenhouse produce. All right, let me see what I can do. Thank you.
Let me know when I can start experimenting. Hey, how are you holding up?
It's, all very confusing. Things are happening so quickly. I've just woken up to this strange reality, and now... death. I thought I was prepared for it when I applied for this mission, but it doesn't make any sense.
Hey, how are you holding up? Shit, man. What can I tell you? It's what always happens, right? Just when you start hoping things can change, someone or something decides to drop a goddamn bomb on you. Story of my fucking life. Don't worry, we'll find a way out of this. I'm sure of it. Yeah. Jan Dolsky never gives up, right? We're just gonna work our asses off until we either make it or break it. Yeah. Hey, how are you holding up? I'm doing my best, thanks. Just trying to come to terms with it. I mean, dying? Seems so surreal, you know? I can't believe it's true either. There has to be a way to prevent it. And I know we'll find it. Yeah. Let's not lose hope. So how's the workout going? You happy with your barbells? Oh, yeah. Thanks for making the effort. You feeling all right? Honestly, my body feels great. I feel much stronger already, but... But what? But it's not okay. I'm not okay. I think I was deceiving myself. I did feel incompatible, but it wasn't because my body was incomplete. It was because my soul was missing something. Or someone, to be more precise. Someone I loved. Ben. Ben? Yeah? Is it really so surprising for you? Actually, not that much. Of course not. You remember our basketball team captain? Yeah, I do, but, you know, I always thought that was just for laughs. Oh, yeah, for laughs. What about your cousin's boyfriend in the summer of... Okay, yeah, you win. I always thought of it as a phase, you know, experimenting with different stuff. Well, I thought that about my experiments with girls. But it wasn't a phase. It felt right for you. You just never met the right guy. Yeah. I guess I met the right woman instead. And I met Ben, which means in our case, it wasn't really about looking for a woman or a man, just finding the right person. So, tell me more about Ben. Well, after Mom died, I decided to stay abroad, quit college. I joined this community of warehouse workers and got into activism. Ben was in our group, a geology student, but he was different. Never took things too seriously, everybody liked him. He had me the moment he smiled at me.
What happened then?
Our protest didn't bring results, so we intensified our actions. Police interventions escalated. Before we knew it, we were entangled in a full-scale war between the workers and the corporations. I was all into it. I even felt like the people might want me as a leader. But Ben, he started having doubts. He detested violence. He wanted us to try and change the corporation by working with it instead of fighting it.
Sounds like your Ben was a truly idealistic soul.
You got that right. At first, I mistook it for cowardice, but as the riots got more and more violent, I began to see he was actually brave to go against the tide like that. So, when Ben suggested we just pack our things and get away from it all,
You went with him.
yeah, I did. And I never regretted that decision.
So, you missed this guy.
We became inseparable. He talked me into taking up a job in an offshore oil rig. And one day, when we were on shore leave, Ben started talking about rubidium and space mining missions. He was so excited about it. Wanted us to enroll there and then.
And did you?
We both did. And then we got totally wasted, which was a bad idea because that was our last day off. So the next day, our transport arrives and Ben gets on it without me. I'm just too damn hungover. So I stay behind, miss my shift, make calls to tell them I'll get on the next transport. But I never do. Because that day, there's a major gas leak on the rig. The whole thing blows up, killing a dozen people, including Ben. After that, I just kept blaming myself for not being there with him. I kept turning it over and over in my head, wondering if I could have done something.
I'm so sorry, man.
Well, that's the twisted thing. I appreciate your empathy, but you don't have to be sorry.
I don't?
No. Because it's not what really happened, right?
Okay.
At first, I was too confused to even think about it, and I guess I tried to keep Ben and that whole story at arm's length. It was depressing enough to realize who I was, or what I was. Ripple on the water of someone else's life. And I don't like being depressed, you know that.
Yeah.
But doing more and more of those bench presses, I just couldn't avoid thinking that if my real life path was different and I, meaning you, never even met Ben, then that means there's a possibility he might still be alive, if he exists at all. And the more I think about it, the more certain I am that I just want to know. I want to know what the real reality looks like. Does that make any sense to you?
Okay, tell you what. Why don't we try and find out more about him when we get back?
If we get back. If you get back. Not much chance for me to make it. We both know that. No, Jan. You don't get it. I need to know now. It would just be so amazing to discover a different, better ending to my story. Oh, come on. Can't you use your contact with Earth to ask around?
Okay. No promises, but I can try.
Thanks, man. Seriously, I know it's a lot.
Need to narrow down the search a bit, though.
Sure. The name's Ben Harris. Actually, his full name's Benjamin, but he never liked it. The Ben I knew anyway. So I was thinking, since my Ben was so hyped up about going on a Dolly mission, if he exists, there's a solid chance he applied in this reality too, which means he's gotta be an Ally Corp's database of candidates.
Okay. Let's find out if you really know him that well.
Lucas, what took you so long?
Finally. I was trying to reach you for days, but I was getting some crazy distortions. I had to reprogram the frequency. What the hell is going on out there? Is the base safe?
No, it's not. We stopped again, in the middle of a great big canyon this time. There's a massive gravity field distortion in front of us.
Gravity distortion, shit. That would explain why I couldn't get through to you for so long. This is not good news, Jan. You need to find a way to neutralize it. Have you managed to collect any data?
Yeah, I built a gravity sensor. Looks like I'm gonna need to set up some neutralizing towers on the canyon rooftop.
So, you already have a solution. Well done. That's good news. Anything else I should know about?
My altars. They're suffering from a mysterious disease.
What do you mean?
Some strange brain mutation. Molly. The sheep I had to create to test Rapidium had it too. She died without warning.
Shit, Jan. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
What about you?
I'm fine. It's just them.
Oh.
Is that disappointment I'm hearing?
No, I'm relieved you're okay, I really am. It's just that this makes things so much more complicated. We thought we found the perfect solution. I guess nothing's perfect. Still, we can't give up, Jan. Not yet. Maybe there's a cure. A method to undo this side effect. Tell me, do you know anything more about this condition?
I have MRI scans of the whole crew and Molly's autopsy report.
Wow. You've been busy. Send them over. I need to take this to Maxwell at once.
Maxwell. You never told me he was the brain behind the branching procedure. What exactly are the two of you up to?
Up to? Who do you think we are, Jan? Some scheming comic book masterminds? I never said anything about Maxwell's research because I don't want him to get into trouble. He must trust you a lot if he told you all about it. Or maybe he's simply so excited about what you've done, what it could mean for him, that he stopped caring about exposing himself.
I don't like this secrecy. I'd really prefer it if the corporation was on the same page as Maxwell here.
I don't think you would, Jan. If you knew more about how they treated him. He was on the brink of a real revolution in cognitive science, but he made a mistake. He let the bureaucratic machine take over and undermine our efforts. We were just a step away from getting it right when they closed Project Ela down.
We?
Yeah. I was in it too. That's why I followed him when he was transferred to mining ops.
So, if Project Ela was so great, why was it killed?
Officially? Some corporate budget-cutting bullshit. But if you ask me, Once the board realized what he was doing, they got scared. What they had in mind for our lab was a contract with the Army that could go on for years and guarantee state funding. They wanted to fix people so they could send them back into action. We wanted to cure them.
That project, Eli, what was it about?
Helping people. Patients affected by PTSD, war veterans mostly. Everyone else wrote them off. Except for Maxwell. He never gave a shit about what other people thought. He came up with new quantum-based technology to ease the pain of their trauma. Altering memories. Painful memories.
So, you think Maxwell could find a cure for my alters?
I don't know. But what you're doing is a continuation of his life's work. You can be sure he'll do everything to help you. I'll talk to him at once and relay your findings to him. We'll see what he thinks.
Okay.
In the meantime, you should focus on clearing your route out of that canyon. Neutralizing that gravity distortion might take some time and resources.
Roger that.
Hang in there, Jan. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thanks, Lucas.
L7 out.
Evacuation functionality. Evacuation functionality manual.
What a fucked up world we live in, huh? another movie. Where'd my stuff land?